sir, baby. We live. We most definitely back. Welcome back to the Golden Goose DFS show. I'm your host, Chandler Blakely, aka Goose. Y'all know what brings me here today. Another edition of the starting five for DraftKings and FanDuel. But before we do, it's the lineup review. Going over yesterday's slate, man. Get into what we did right, what we did wrong, that sort of thing. We gonna talk about it. So pull up a chair. Let's get into it. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Definitely, everybody. Start your day off right. Get your little good karma in the bank so you can draw interest on it later in the day. Hit that like button, alright? Goes a long way, man, and I appreciate you, okay? Let's get to it. Also, if you want a little help with your DFS building, you need a player pool, you want to try to learn to do the 20 max, jump into the 20 max game, come on over to the Patreon, man. We help you with all that, alright? Yesterday, it was like a break-even slate. A lot of madness, man. So many value plays. It was just so many ways you could go, man. Slates like that are always tough when you got clear and obvious values, but it's good because you had so many of them yesterday. It really sucks when you only got like two or three and everybody got to go there. You had a lot of them yesterday, but still a couple that everybody was drawn to were just the best plays, so this is the $12 single entry. We pretty much broke even on both sides. Cash right here in the $12 single entry. You can see my best lineup. Tweeted out a couple plays for y'all yesterday. Man, we got all that injury news with Giannis and Holiday being out. Put everybody on my Middleton play, man. I hate it when that happens. He was going to get 30 minutes regardless, man. I'm telling you, I was ahead of the curve. But still solid, man. This is the lineup right here in the single entry. I knew yesterday with single entry wise, it was going to be very chalky. I felt like it could have been a stars and screw. I feel like everybody was going to pay down for the cheap guards and try to pay up to either AD, Luka. I thought more people would pay up to Embiid. They really didn't, but I knew Luka was going to be a pay up. I knew Anthony Davis was going to be a pay up. I love Anthony Davis, and in my single entry, I went Kyrie Irving to pivot off of Luka. I figured it'll be a lot of Anthony Davis, Luka lineups or Anthony Davis and Embiid lineups. So I went AD, and to pivot away from what I thought would be Luka Chalk, I went Kyrie Irving. I love the price on him, love the matchup. You know, we took him last time out too as well when he dropped the 60 burger, so I'm okay going back to him. Got him at 5%. He gave us 56 fantasy points, very solid. Emmanuel quickly, 73%. In hindsight, this is really my fault. Because if you look at the game, right, I know it's a great spot against Charlotte, but the man played an hour of basketball last night. Literally an hour of basketball. The man played 55 minutes last night. So, in hindsight, I probably shouldn't have went to it. He was such a good play. And then there was other great plays, especially with Harden being ruled out. You got guys like Maxey, Melton. I got some of Melton in this lineup. So, he just could have went different here. Could have went back to my boy Jaden Ivey. But I feel like everybody was going back to him. And since I had him the night before he went off, I didn't really want to go back to him. I wanted to try to. I knew it was other pivot plays that could do just as well or outperform him. But Ivy was a better play. Quickly, 73% on, only 26 DraftKings points. Didn't kill you at 5K, but you definitely needed more from him. Chris Middleton, obviously, of course, everybody was going to go there once Giannis and Holiday was out. But like I said, I was on them first, man. Stop hating on my plays. But Marvin Bagley, everybody's chalk, 48% on, gave 26 fantasy points. Mo Wagner, of course, easily 3,900 starting, big minutes, gave 36 fantasy points. Tyus Jones wanted to go right back to that well. I told you yesterday on the video, like, don't expect 60 from him, but he didn't have to get you 60 at 4,900. We definitely wanted a little more than 25 though, but like I said, he didn't destroy you at 4,900. Melton, 4,100. This knew he'd be once Harden was ruled out. I wanted to get the Maxey. I wanted to get the Melton. I wanted to get the Embiid, Tobias. It just freed up so much usage for all those Sixers guys over there. So we sprinkled them throughout our lineups. Had Melton in a single entry. And then Anthony Davis right here, 37% on. You know, I told y'all you can take AD and these Lakers out every night. They are in playoff mode for the rest of the season. They have to win almost every game. So you can just play the Lakers every night. They're on the slate. They're going hard. So that's why we wanted to get AD, 64 fantasy points for him. 303, like I said, finishing the money in the single entry. Look at FanDuel. FanDuel put up 342. I was tripping over here on FanDuel, man. I had the plan laid out. Look at my ownership. I had Steph Curry at 7%. I don't know why y'all wasn't going there at 9.5. That's a ridiculous discount on Steph Curry. I had Kyrie Irving once again trying to fade that Luka. Loved his price over here. And I had Anthony Edwards. Y'all got lucky with this blowout. Ant-Man was cooking. I hate this game blowed out, man. We should have had a much bigger night, but 342 over here, my best lineup. The 222 20 max. It was 25 max yesterday. Y'all know where I be at over here. But yeah, Javon Carter, of course, 46% on, 36 fantasy points. But look, Kyrie at 5%, 55 fantasy points. Milton let me down at 16%, but still got 40 out of Ant Edwards at 12%. RJ Barrett at 25 gave us 39 fantasy points. And then we get Bobby Portis, who let everybody die. I thought he was in store for at least a 40 burger yesterday. Mo Wagner, of course, everybody's chalk. And then Wiseman is where I really made headway at over here yesterday. I went to Wiseman just because I knew the Wizards give it up to the centers, man. The Wizards is a spot you can pick on with your center fantasy-wise. Wiseman, the minutes are there as long as he stays out of foul trouble. And the fact that he was questionable as well, I knew he would be. Nobody really wanted to go there, so we got him at 4.6% on. He gave us 38 fantasy points. Very solid out of him at 5,600 over here on FanDuel. So there you have it, man. My best lineup on FanDuel, 342. Like I said, we broke even yesterday. Let's get to today's slate on this Wednesday, man. We got a nice 7-game slate here. Let's talk about it. At the point guard, I know it's been rough. I know he ain't really had a big game as of yet. Maybe he's still trying to get adjusted to this Quinn Snyder offense. I know he's probably making little changes here and there. Maybe they're not quite settled in, but this still is a discount on Trae Young. 8,800. I'm going to buy the dip here in a great spot against the Washington Wizards, man. Give me some Trae Young at 8,800. I like him in this matchup. Hopefully he comes out his slump and really gives us a big scoring performance here. But give me Trae Young at 8,800. I like the price discount and I love the matchup. At shooting guard, I want to go back to Cam Reddish, man. I told y'all a couple weeks ago, these are his minutes. They want him to be the starter. Regardless of what you think about his game, the minutes are going to be there from Cam Reddish, man. As long as he's in that starting lineup, he's going to see 30 to 40 minutes. We saw him get 40 minutes last time. I like Cam Reddish at 4,700. Just a solid play, just a minutes play. Not that he's a spectacular guy that can get it done, but he's just a solid play, man. He can return you nice value at 4,700, especially with the minutes he's going to have going against these Boston Celtics. At the small forward, I want to look at Kyle Kuzma, 7,500. I like this price tag. We saw him make his return last night from an absence. 30-plus minutes, I will take that. He shot the ball 20 times. I will take that as well. Going in this matchup gives me a nice little run back from Trae Young, a little mini game stack. You know how we like to do sometimes. I take Kyle Kuzma at 7,500. At the power forward, I want to look at Al Horford. 5,500. Now, this is the type of spot I kind of look for Al Horford right here. No Robert Williams. I love Al Horford at center. Just increased rebound opportunities. He's definitely live for a double-double. He should play the bulk of the minutes, barring foul trouble. He doesn't really have to worry about too much on the defensive end from his man's standpoint. Eubanks he just got to worry about the pick and roll with Eubanks. He's not gonna have to guard him too much, so he's not gonna have to expend much energy on defense, I don't believe. So I like old man Horford right here for a nice double at 5,500. And then coming at the center spot, you seen the thumbnail. We gonna roll the dice on Valanciunas tonight. We gonna play this game. Because if he gets 30 minutes, he is going to absolutely destroy the Mavericks down there. Do you hear what I'm telling you? I'm talking big. I'm talking about 15 boards plus. If I'm calling it right now, if Valanciunas plays over 30 minutes, I think he has at least 15 boards. There is no one down there to keep him off the glass. Absolutely no one. He is going to destroy the Mavericks down low. We just need him to get 30 minutes, and that's the game you play with Valanciunas. But I'm going to play it tonight. You can sign me up. All right, there you have your starting five for DraftKings. Trae Young, Cam Reddish, Kyle Kuzma, Al Horford, and Jonas Valanciunas. All right? Hey, make sure you follow on Twitter if you ain't. I'm still posting them plays up over there. I dropped 2 gems over there for y'all last night. I dropped the Steph Curry and the Anthony Edwards last night on the Twitter. Like I said, if Steph Curry crushed, if that game ain't a blowout, I'm pretty sure Anthony Edwards crushed because he was cooking. So be sure you still following over there as well. Going over to FanDuel at the top, point guard. I got some interest in Jamal Murray, 8,300. I like him in this matchup going against the Chicago Bulls here. I'm not worried about no Pat Beverly defense. I'm not worried about none of that. Jamal Murray has been playing well. He's looking in the form here, and he's just solid, man. I like Jamal Murray in this spot. He can get it done. It's the him and Jokic show. Jokic should be able to have his way against anybody, but Vooch down there, hopefully they can scheme and something, try to get the ball out of his hands more. They probably double him when he hit the block, so that's going to lead to more shot opportunities for guys like Jamal Murray, KCP as well. So I like getting Jamal Murray here. Just the minutes is down. He's been playing very solid, working his way back into that form he had before the injury. So get you some Jamal Murray 8,300. Come in to shooting guard. Just hunting for value over here on FanDuel. I want to look at Eric Gordon, 4,800. The minutes should be there. You know it's simply scoring with him, but they've been playing at a faster pace as of lately. Get a pace down matchup here against the Raptors. But I like Eric Gordon, just trying to squeeze some value out of this FanDuel slate with no news right now. Probably going to change as we get some news throughout the day. But looking at Eric Gordon's going to be on my radar today at 4,800. Coming at small forward, I like Brandon Ingram. 8,300 going against this Dallas Mavericks team that's playing at a faster pace, but no defense to speak of, man. You can get what you want when you want, but you got to keep up with them because they are scoring. So you're going to need some Brandon Ingram offense here in this spot. I look for him to get going. They don't really have a defender to throw at him. He's a mismatch for just about everybody they have over there, especially with them being without Reggie Bullock. I thought that'd be the best guy to throw at him. But Brandon Ingram, I'm expecting him to have a nice game here in this spot going against the Dallas Mavericks. At the power forward, stand with Al Horford, $5,700, $200 price increase. Like I said, just a spot for him. I like Al Horford better when he plays center. More rebound opportunity. He's in line for a nice double-double as well. And then you know who at the center, man. Give me J-Val. Look, just don't play with me tonight. Give him 30-plus minutes so he can go out here and crush. I love this price tag of $6,400 on FanDuel. He's going to be my absolute favorite center play on FanDuel today. Probably going to be I ain't going to say he a lock for me just because we don't know about the minutes, but I'm going to be heavy on Jonas Valanciunas, all right? So there you have it, just starting five for FanDuel. Jonas Valanciunas, Al Horford, Brandon Ingram, Eric Gordon, and Jamal Murray, man. Get you some exposure to these guys. Get them in your player pools. They most definitely in mine. That's going to do it for us here today. Y'all know the motto. Chances make champions. Y'all green up. I'll catch y'all tomorrow, all right? Let's get it.